What's up, creative community? Once again, this is Lorenzo from the COACHMC studio, and this is the place where we'll help you performers, entertainers, and actors out with your performances, with your speeches, with your great entertainment. This is the place where we'll help you to shape unique behavior deliveries and where we'll help you to get recognized in the audition room. In today's video, I want to talk about an acting technique, an instrument that I came to develop for myself over the course of 30 plus years of acting experience. It's nothing that you can find anywhere in any drama school on this planet, even though after kind of realizing what I was doing there and picking up on this little technique that I've developed for myself, of course I did some research and now I've put some structure in it. And you might call it a word map, which is a combination between a mind map and a word web. Something that I came to develop and I want to share with you guys, because this, I feel, helped me tremendously, especially when it came down to really important auditions, important speeches, important interviews where I really had to extract something extraordinary out of the lines and put something in there into that container of that imaginary life that was really remarkable. Because remember guys, in order to remarkably share, you have to be uniquely prepared, and this is the mission here at the COACHMC studio. And stick to the end of this video because I got a little bonus tip at the end of this little tool that I'm gonna present to you guys. You're gonna need a pen and a big sheet of paper or an iPad, something where you can actually draw and have some space and you can really visualize what's going on. And now, without any further ado, let's dive right into it and let's see what's cooking. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of today's topic, I want to give you some context, guys, because I think this is truly important to understand how fundamental and how instrumental this tool can be today that I'm going to share with you guys. You see, as soon as you step out of your comfort zone, as soon as you step out of your door and you kind of, enter the real world, there is a constant battle going on over our attention. Everybody wants a piece, a speck of our attention. Everybody's fighting over it. You see advertisement everywhere, you see screens everywhere, you see shocking news, incredible billboards, pictures, colors, emotions, right, blasted to your face, and you get bombarded with all types of useful and useless information and data throughout the day, throughout the year, throughout your life. So it's really hard to kind of focus. And have you experienced that? Sometimes you're going to an audition, you feel well prepared, you did all of your audition prep that you usually do, and then you kind of walk out of it. You might ask yourself, what was wrong with me today? Why didn't I deliver my full potential? Why wasn't I able to extract the whole critical mass out of the lines, out of the sides, out of that situation? Why wasn't I really remarkable when I was sharing that imaginary life in today's audition room? Why wasn't I on top of my game? Well, one of the reasons this could happen to you, because it happened to me, and I came to realize that most of the times when I was not on top of my game, even though my audition prep was pretty solid, it's because I was distracted. It's because I wasn't focused. It's because I realized that my energy flows where my intention goes. So when I'm focused 150% on something, then I'm packed with energy, then I'm on top, I'm on point, I'm really delivering top-notch material in terms of acting or communicational performance. But when I'm distracted, when I'm out of focus, when my thoughts are wandering around, then of course I can put all the traction, all the full impact, all the authenticity behind my lines. Ergo, what happens? My delivery isn't quite on top of my game. I'm not 100% and I'm not satisfied when I'm coming out of the audition. And I want you to prevent that. I want you to realize how important it is to kind of be focused and how to achieve that focus and how to put full steam and traction behind your lines and to really come across as a remarkable entertainer. So when we really have to come up with something extraordinary, when it's an important monologue, an important text, a great scene, or we're auditioning for a great role, an important director, a great production company, whatever it is, and we feel the urge of delivering something on top of what is usually requested, how can we do that? How can we extract a bit more? One of the techniques I like to use, like I said, that I was doing quite organically and spontaneously and naturally without even thinking about it in the past, and now I do it in a more structured way, is to create a word map around the most significant words that I use during my audition that are in the sides, right? They are on, written there in the script. I kind of use this little tool to magnify, accentuate, and to really extract as much traction and as much potential out of the word as possible, to really fill up that word, to fill up these lines with as much nuances, as much color, as much power, as much imagination, ideas, and sparks as possible, to really be unique, like uncomparable to anyone else, because you've placed something on top of that audition that no one else was doing, because no one else was using this little tool, because we're just 1,440 subscribers. And by the way, you could subscribe if you're new to the channel, so this little community grows and grows, and the impact of this message can be delivered to a broader audience. But now, without any further ado, let's jump right into the tool so you guys know why it is so important. Don't get distracted, focus 150% hardcore on what you're doing, and use this tool to accentuate the process even more and to extract even more nuances out of the lines and to deliver something that truly belongs just to you. Let's get right into it. Who is the greatest acting teacher on this planet? Exactly. It's your heart, which means AKA your passion. And then it's your gut, AKA your intuition. And then it's your brain, AKA your computer. It's how you respond to the data information that you get from your subconscious and how you melt that into active processing actions and saying things out loud that makes the magic, that creates something unique. So you're your best acting teacher. And by combining these three elements, you get something remarkable out of it. Look at your lines, look at your audition, look at your monologue, look at your sales pitch, look at your speech. Immediately, you will spot a few words. Maybe there are words that you don't know what they actually mean. Maybe there are words that are kind of representing something for you. So spot the words and now look at those words right in the middle without any lines, any squares, just place on a white sheet of paper. And now we're getting to the greatest acting teacher of them all, which is a dictionary. Your brain and your gut combined with a dictionary in a bit of time will get you to amazing results. Because all of a sudden you will start to realize things that you would have never unearthed and discovered and disclosed otherwise. Because now you're getting into the nitty-gritty of what it means to be an actor. Because an actor is nothing else than an investigator. We are researchers. We are treasure hunters, archaeologists. Like Indiana Jones, we're going for the treasure chest. And how can we unearth that treasure chest? We have to dive deep inside of ourselves and kind of get out what the meaning of certain words really are for us. Personally, intimately, just for us, for no one else. Now, this tool will help you to focus back to yourself, getting the attention into your sphere, into your forum, and really kind of translate that into the lines, into the words, and really extract something remarkable out of them. So, let's jump right into it. Let's say you pick a word, a random word out of your lines. Today, I'm gonna use a more graphic word, so you really get the meaning because it kind of gives us a lot of critical juice, right? I'm gonna use the word shoot, and I'm gonna place that word in the middle of my sheet of paper, right? Just in the middle, I'm gonna kind of encircle it, encompass it. Now, I'm jumping to the greatest acting teachers of all time. I'm jumping to the dictionary. I just open up Cambridge Dictionary and just look up the word shoot. What does it mean? At first it gives me like shoot as a verb or it's a weapon. And then the longer explanation where shoot is kind of encompassed by a phrase, so it kind of, makes sense in the context of a phrase, of a line. It's to fire a bullet or an arrow or to hit, injure or kill a person or animal by firing a bullet or arrow at him, her or it. This is what shoot means on the surface level. If you just scroll down a little bit on your Cambridge Dictionary, what you're gonna see immediately afterwards is you get this yellow box that tells you synonymous, antonyms, and examples. Wow, freakish, right? These are extraordinary words. Synonymous means there are associated meaning to each and every word in the dictionary. Other words that could mean something similar or even the same thing. Antonyms are words that are kind of the opposite of it. And so you can go on and on. But now, what do we have here? We have hurt, we have injure, we have wound, we have maim, we have torture, we have stab, and we're gonna write this down. Let's create some arrows out of that single word in the middle, so it kind of branches out, it becomes, something more like a diagram. So we write down hurt, and then we write down injure, and then we write down wound, and then we write down stab. This is pretty easy, right? Nothing too fancy. Now, think about it. All this is based on aggression, right? Hurt, injure, wound, stab. This is based on attacking someone. So that's what we're gonna write. This is like attacking. That means attacking. But is there another way to shoot instead of using weapons? Can I shoot something else? Of course I can. I can shoot a ball. I can shoot a basketball to hit a point. So that would be playing. It's not attacking anymore, right? Now I'm shooting the ball, or I'm shooting the hockey cup. I'm shooting the ball with my feet. I shoot hoops. That's what I usually do in the backyard. So shoot doesn't necessarily mean that I like to attack someone or injure someone. I can also play with this, right? So I can play hoops or basketball, b-ball, or soccer. I can shoot the soccer ball as well with my legs. What else can we shoot? We can shoot a movie, right? So I write down movies. Now all of a sudden, this thing becomes bigger and bigger. One word all of a sudden starts to have multiple universes where it exists in its own right. It can exist in the playing universe where it kind of revolves around soccer, basketball, and all the ball games, basically. We can analyze the entertainment universe where the word shoot kind of refers to shooting a scene, shooting a movie. We can dive into the universe of attacking, of aggressiveness, where shooting is referred to attacking or injuring, like our Cambridge dictionary told us. And we already have like 3 major universes where this word exists. But let's go even further. Like, what does a thesaurus mean? It means that there are associated meanings to this word, like hurt and injure. How can we hurt someone? Type it in the comment section down below right now. How can we hurt someone? Of course, we can stab someone with a knife, but we can also hurt someone with our words, with our emotions. So I'm gonna write that down. Let's hurt with words and let's hurt with weapons. What type of weapons can we use? I mean, like the Cambridge dictionary kind of already suggested, we can fire bullets. How can we fire bullets? Firing a bullet can happen through firearms, right? Firearms. Or fire arrows, that could happen with a bow, which is a totally different weapon. An arrow is a different weapon than a bullet, right? It has completely different worlds attached to it, different meanings and different grids attached to it. Now, if we jump into our first yellow box with the word to shoot, here we have to injure, right? The bomb killed 10 people and injured many more. So let's go and just click on injure. You can see exactly the same pattern opening up again, right? It's like a fractal. The deeper you dive, the more it opens up, the more possibilities you have. Out of one word, it opens up a box of Pandora, which opens up multiple universes where we can extract billions of possibilities to what that single word means. Hurt, maim, torture, sting. I got stung by a wasp. Sprain. He sprained his knee in a practice match. Break. She broke a bone in her right foot. Fracture. I fell on a patch of ice and fractured 3 vertebrae. Again, we fractalize it again if we want. Go to the thesaurus article about these synonyms and antonyms of injure. Now we have injure because that is what happens if we fire a bullet or an arrow or a stone with a slingshot at somebody. He gets injured. And now let's look at the thesaurus, at the associate meanings of injure. And what we have here is hurt someone's feelings, pain, sting, grieve, wound, hurt. So that would go into the category of how to hurt someone with words, right? We can hurt someone's feelings with what we are saying in the scene, right? And that is what shoot can also mean, right? When we shoot directly at the heart of someone with our words, that hurt his feelings, or that was a sting into his heart, That was a sting to his emotions. That was causing pain. Pain, let's write down pain. Now, if we go to soccer, we go to the below part and to the playing element, into the playing universe. What is soccer? It's a game, right? And a game is about points. And what is also a thesaurus of game? It's just playing. All of a sudden we get into a completely different vibe, different mood. It's not about hurting someone's feelings. It's not about pain. It's not about stinging. It's not about spraining. No, it's about playing. It's about happiness. It's about fun. It's about joyful, right? Contraction, expansion, fear and love, blue and red. Again, we are living in a world of duality. We are living in a world where everything, kind of happens in between poles. We have billions billions of different shades between the North and South Pole, between love and fear. There are billions of facets that we can interpret. And this little tool right here helps us enormously to kind of get out from this world, from the artificial world, and get into this new world and extract as much critical mass as possible out of these facets that are happening, of these little universes that are happening between one meaning and the other meaning. Well, when you're in my arms. Okay, I can't sing, but here's my bonus tip. It's music. So whenever it comes down to really extracting something unique out of the lines so you can share something in a remarkable way, definitely our word map helps, like big time, to kind of put some more emphasis and some more steam behind the words, but music definitely helps as well. One of the greatest tools that I can share with you guys is to listen to some music. And here are 2 ways on how you should listen and what you should listen to when you have your audition prep going on for the big audition. So it's not just to randomly listen to some music so you're in a good mood, but try to picture this. Look at the audition and look at your character. What type of song are you as a character? What type of song is your character representing? Is it a rap song? Is it a soul song from the 60s? Is it more Motown-like? Is it a rock and roll song? Is it more Elvis? Is it a speed metal song? Is it trash metal? Is it pop music? What type of music is your character representing? And now try to pinpoint a song that kind of catches the mood, the vibrance, the resonance of that character. What is he overall saying? Is he more depressing? Is he more joyful? Is he more happy? Is he looking forward? Does your character have ideas? Does he express any big concepts inside of the lines? Or is he more like retracted, more isolated, more depressed, more calm, more scared? Look at all these facets and try to pinpoint a musical definition for your character. Try to pinpoint a specific song and now get in tune with that rhythm. Get in tune with that song. Try to kind of merge your lines into the harmonies of the song, into the rhythm. Maybe you get the instrumental version of that song and try to rehearse your lines accordingly to the instrumental. Try to place it on the beat. Try to sing it. Try to rap it. Kind of emphasize this wonderful thing called music, because music sparks emotions. Again, it sparks ideas. You come up with different solutions. Again, different decisions. And decisions are so important inside of the audition room. If you kind of at the same comprehensive level of talent inside of the room, if you have 20 people auditioning for the same role and everybody's pretty much on the same level, someone who sticks out 1/8 of an inch because he used something a bit more irrational, something a bit more outlandish, something that can't really be described by the usual and regular techniques, that person will stick out. Whether that's good or bad, I mean, it's up to you. Not always will this lead to an immediate booking, but it will lead definitely to the recognition by the authorities in your respective field where you are working, in your field of expertise, that they will notice that something else is going on with this kinky girl and with this kinky boy, because all of a sudden you are having attraction that comes from a different place. So try to place an instrumental underneath your monologue that kind of matches the mood, the vibe, the atmosphere of that monologue. Play some music in the background, on and on and on. I'm just saying 1 minute just for one song. I'm just saying for, I don't know, like 2 hours in a row. So you get really in tune with what it means, and then search inside of yourself. And what does happen all of a sudden is that you realize, oh, I'm saying this word in a completely different way. I've never pronounced this line or this word. I've never said anything like this in this specific way. You know why? Because the music helped you to open up pockets of creativity and pockets of emotions that were closed till this date, that were sealed off because you were only looking at it from a technique point of view or from a rational point of view. And all of a sudden you unearth subconscious emotional mass that is associated with that words, triggered by the music, triggered by the word map, and all of a sudden you come up with something that is quite unique quite crisp and quite remarkable to watch and to hear, because you get a different drive, you get a different traction, and you get different energy coming through. And that is ultimately what we're always looking for something unique, for something that is full of novelty. Whether I'm an actor or an entrepreneur, an entertainer, a performer, or a communicational pro, somebody who needs to pitch or sell, or somebody who needs to hold a big speech in front of us, board. We all have to use great storytelling in order to market our product. And the better our storytelling process is, emphasized by these little tools, the better people will recognize what we are about, the sharper the picture will get. Think back to what I said in the beginning of this video. We're bombarded constantly with information, pictures, colors, and all that. How can I remember someone that I just met a week ago? Exactly. If he was a great storyteller, if he used unconventional method and he really uniquely shared something like no one else did that week, I will remember that person, because my reptilian brain remembers exactly these pictures full of contrast, these images that were vivid, and these words that were really transponding and transporting something that had emotion and critical mass. That is what remarkable entertainment is all about. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment in the comment section below, and subscribe if you haven't so far. And if you need to work with me because you feel I just can't work with the COACHMC, this is the man that I need in my life to kind of spice up my delivery, my communication, my sales pitch, then contact me with a nice email through the coachmc.studio, and follow my adventures on Twitter, on Instagram where it's the COACHMC, and of course on TikTok with the COACHMC TikTok acting tactics. See you next time, guys, with the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Now you're ready to perform.
Be